to. And, oh, he's looking for proxy stasis. He's going to find one.
Yeah, is Special going to catch this one up here? The waypoint, unless he changes it, sometimes they do turn it away at the last second.
Do you think he saw it?
I'm like, does he know?
Yeah, cancels the low ground.
Cancels. Good save. All right, so things looking up right now for Special.
Yeah, it's an important cancel there. Throws on the factory. Maru going to start his own command center, so already gaining some value out of this, but quicker factory, of course, for Special.
So what do you think the play is now for Special if he wants to handle this from here?
Oh, you defend it, and then you just utilize your slightly quicker tech, right?
Try to go for a drop right away?
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I mean, if you had something out on the map, I would say, you know, there's some other plays you can make, like going into a Liberator or something, but I don't know if going Starport in your main base, trying to fly a Liberator across the map will do it in time. But, you know, he can do things like utilize his Hellions that he pops out and put some pressure on. His command center is not that much slower than Maru's or anything. And looks like he's going to go ahead, maybe go for a Raven right away here. Special does like to grab those Ravens early, often.
Okay,
he goes
so
down and sees the bunker. He's not going to be super happy about that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Oh, there's nothing in it. Oh, if he can head them off.
Yeah,
I thought he might be able to kill one or two, but
or body block or something like that.
The Reaper's just.
These Marines not attack moving with the rest of this because the barracks is flying over here. It's actually kind of a funny little AI trick he's doing.
So that's pretty annoying for poor Special. So he'll either go for a tank or a Cyclone here. He's actually making Banshee and Cloak. Set that Raven. Okay, so he's actually going Cyclone as well as the upgrade. That's interesting.
Yeah, what do you think about this, Artosis?
I think he's going to be going for maximum damage on a counterattack after defending against this. Right? Because he's going Cloak Banshee and Mag Field. So that's like, he's giving himself a lot of potential to screw with Maru. And obviously his tech is a little bit quicker. And it's not like he lost units. It's just his command center's a lot slower.
First of all, Maru playing very standard, your bread and butter TVT play here. He's getting some more barracks. But what Special's doing by getting speed with Banshees and double expanding, which is really quite risky, but if it goes unseen, you can't punish it.
Yeah. And look, he's getting some serious damage in as well.
Keep in mind that the scans are going to be going down on these cloaked Banshees, so he's not going to be checking that third necessarily to see what's over there. He scans inside the main and says, most likely, like, huh, that's weird. There's not as much here as I thought.
Yeah, he hasn't actually shown it, but you see an upgrade. So if you see no add-on on the barracks at this time, and you see the upgrade on the starport where you already have Banshee Cloak, you know it's mech. And in fact, he canceled his barracks and added his own factories. Maru has decided to switch into mech himself. This is such a strange choice.
Yeah. I actually don't know if it's a good move, because the reality is that Special is actually double expoing. And with the mech starting even later here for Maru, I don't know that that third expo can go punished. Unpunished, sorry.
You're right, but he can land his own third expo. He already has the command.
Yeah, that's true, but I think Special's picking up pretty quickly here.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like Special's position pretty well after all this. And I'm fascinated with what's going on. Like, Special, he sees double engineering bay, but he did see the cancel of the Raxes, so I'm very unsure as to what these guys are both thinking right now. Like, I think Maru has a better handle on what's occurring than Special does, probably. Fourth base on location for Special, but the way Maru's moving is going to force a cancel on that very quickly.
Yeah, insta shutdown over here. But I don't think that's too much of a big deal for Special.
It was still early on. It kind of sucks because he is behind on command centers anyways, but definitely needs to get that restarted. Maru's very good at these types of situations because he doesn't ever hesitate in any matchup to build mass command centers.
Yeah, he's one of the few players to this day, which, you know, normally doesn't happen when you have a game that's this developed and understood, but he just sort of takes more of the map. Like, he just kind of keeps making CCs, and eventually he's actually ahead in matchups where the Terran's supposed to always be behind or even.
Yeah.
And so we do want to watch that. Sometimes Maru can just win a game by literally just being so good at juggling tasks that he kind of just wins on every front and outpaces his opponent.
Definitely something we see.
Okay, here
we
we go.
definitely have air domination though from Maru, so that can make a big difference. The Banshee's harassing the base slightly,
and he's just going to come right over here to this base now. Auto turrets coming down. A lot of tanks, but they're getting muted by these Ravens.
That is some great disables going down. If those tanks weren't disabled, this would be the easiest victory ever.
Yeah, but it seems like Special might. Well, hold on. These Vikings are going to land here.
But the tanks come out of the disable, and the rallying units do clear up the Vikings that land on those tanks, and suddenly Special in a pretty decent position. But Maru lived through something that would have killed him otherwise, I think.
Yeah, I think Maru handled that very well, but the 4 tanks are still a real threat.
He's going to have to do something here. Oh, look at the Banshee just putting some extra hits on there. The disable on it.
Yeah,
That's
he can
funny.
still use it to spot.
Yeah. Also, it puts that little bit extra damage. It's like 2 tank hits plus 2 Banshee hits.
Yeah.
To get the kill. Something like that.
It's so funny. He just keeps disabling it.
Yeah. Well, it's ruining a lot of stuff.
If he can get these tanks to be any lower in count, I think it's very reasonable to say that Terran could then, or not Terran, Special could then push in. Okay, here we go. He's going to just attack out here.
Does he have enough? A lot of Cyclones and Hellions coming down. He actually has Blue Flame on his Hellions, so his Hellions will wreck the other Hellions.
And now Special's going to try to come up here and take a fight over at 9 o'clock. I don't know how effective it's going to be. Tanks are sieging up. He's going to try to stay out of tank range, maybe just try to hit the CC, do what damage he can.
Oh my God.
Oh!
The lock-ons are real, and down goes the CC. There is
Beautiful.
Another one for Maru that he expanded down at 6 o'clock with, so he's still on 4 base.
Yep.
Not the end of the world. He was actually up a base on Special until that. But Special is taking his 5th. This is a crazy awesome game.
Yeah, can he actually crack in here is the question.
It might be too cost inefficient to try right now.
Keep in mind with the 2 Ravens in the mix here, if he gets in a bad situation here, Maru does, he could just throw down auto turrets and change the math very quickly.
Disables as well. Can
Yeah,
be
very
useful
true.
in certain situations.
Yeah, both are quite effective.
Armor shred, not as much with these arms.
Not what you're looking for.
Maru's really taking some control here.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of what I was.
Special can't fight there. Oh,
all right, Armor Shred, take that, Artosis. And the thing is, with this many Cyclones, you will get the command center.
Oh, yes.
Look at how fast this thing dies.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. And coming up, trying to lock on to some of these tanks. Looks like he'll get 1. Does have 4 tanks siege down there on the low ground for himself. Oh, no. There's those disables once again. Maru's sieging forward.
Yeah, okay, I think that we are getting into a pretty dangerous area here for Special because Maru is now clearly ahead. He's taking fights and not even really trading units off so much as he is just killing off chunks of Special's army.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is kind of the phenomena of Maru.
Yeah.
As a player is like, we don't really have another player that quite looks like this. Like, he's just so fast and so good at kind of doing everything.
He's just the best Terran by far.
It's kind of hard to go back to one specific moment and say that Special played poorly or did not have a good decision. It's just like Maru is going, he's exceeding the speed limit, so to speak, you know?
He's doing more.
You know what it's like?
What's it
like? You know, we talk about APM or you know, how quick you could make these decisions in your head, and it's like, to be a pro gamer, you'd have to be like moving at 60 miles per hour or something like that. But like when Maru plays, it's like he's on the Autobahn.
Yeah.
Like it will go as fast as he can handle it. I don't know, that's not my best metaphor, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, he's
a lot of players slow down as they get more tasks because there's just
he's got a bigger
manage.
engine than anyone else.
Yeah, exactly. He just is able to output more and kind of do more because this game can almost look a bit mysterious as far as like, okay, well, what is Special doing wrong? And I'm like, you know what? I don't even know. All I know is if I look at the bottom of the map, Maru just has more now.
But Special's making some stuff happen here, right? Like he is saving this command center, and he's going to be able to kill these off. His siege tanks made some big moves down on Maru's side of the map. It looks like they're pretty much cleaned out now. But he did kill some stuff.
think the problem
He's
is
still in
just,
it.
I mean, he's still in it for sure, but I mean, right now Special needs an opportunity here. Maybe it'll come as he wipes out this attack here. Maybe he could finally push into the south. I don't know.
It seems like Maru is still trying to do absolutely everything, but Special, kind of in a smaller range of area right now, is able to defend a little bit quicker. He's moving across now as he gets some big unit pickoffs. It's hilarious watching how many Cyclones are just absolutely trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
All right, the tank's going to siege up here. All right, strong disable right there. I think he's got to not move further until he gets more units up here.
Another shutdown on that tank. So Special's kind of making it work, but I'm seeing less and less and less as this push comes forward. You know what I mean? I think that basically this is not going to work, and then we're going to go back to where Special is. He has half the number of bases that Maru has, nearly. His supply is much lower, and in fact, we can see that Maru's so ahead that he can both stop that attack over there and counterattack over here.
Wow.
Maru, bigger, faster, stronger.
See, Starport is what he's going for. Not surprised to see that, since he does have it on the map. That's kind of a funny location for it to be in, but it should finish in time that he can get the Liberator out. Like, you could literally just sit it over a command center and never move it, and it's like, that was pretty good. You know? Even with no kills, you're like, all right, not too bad. That's
So he's gonna pull it back.
Zoning.
Yeah, very good maneuvering there with the Marines. The Star port is going to be sent back home here for Special. And he's merging up with the rest of his army over here. I love the landed barracks.
Oh, man.
That's so annoying.
So many little things.
Because Special's out on the map, he just drops his racks here so SCVs can't mine and starts making Marines.
Yeah, diving upon
And
that.
the longer you don't see this being attacked, the more Maru is confident that he knows Special's going to attack into him. Seeing the tank come across the map, he knows it's going to be a 2-base timing push. Now,
Yeah,
if
that's
Maru
why he has
doesn't,
his Reapers at the top of the ramp. Those are like the perfect unit for first fights.
yeah. Oh my! Oh my God, that was so close. Now Maru has to be careful. Mismanaging an attack like this can cost you the game. But Maru's usually pretty cool and pretty collected in moments like this. A medevac is going to be coming here as well.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Heal up some of those units. He has taken some damage, though. All right, here comes that medevac. Oh, great pickup. Utilizing that juggle. Oh, look at that. The, like, 1 hit point Liberator is going to actually... That makes this way harder to engage. Look at that. Great moves from Special here.
Yeah.
He's really parried the
I wonder if
strong
he should
opening
actually
from Maru.
land a mule to repair it, to be honest.
I don't think anything can get to it. Like,
Guess
maybe
you're right.
that's the first thing you do with this Raven that's going to pop out. Maybe you want a missile turret, but I could see a disable being utilized as well.
So now he's forced him off of this base. There's a Reaper counterattack coming here, though. How much damage is that going to do? Oh, looks like he's actually pretty prepared for it.
Well, it looked that way until the Reapers got by everything and started murdering the Marines. Oh! All right, he's not going to get it. Ouch. That is so annoying for Maru. All right, he's making Vikings, so that's going to be enough to push this back. You watch.
Here he comes now. Disable on the tanks, takes out that Liberator. And really, really good control overall here from him. He kind of just slips out, shuts that down, moves on.
Yeah, very well
now,
done.
Can there be a counter push is what I'm wondering.
Can he counter push? I don't.
Well, hold on. There's a drop
It
coming
looks like
here.
he thinks so. Yeah, but the medevac going into the main base.
TBT's a funny matchup in that it's always seemed like you shouldn't be able to do pushes on 2 bases, and now it seems like you can because people have gotten so good at them.
Yeah. Now, this drop was amazing. This was one of the more important things as well in this game. Like, Maru's army was 1/3 of the way across the map and then turned around to deal with this. So this definitely did its intended job here.
Yeah.
And Special's going into mech behind this, so he's bought himself a lot of time.
But can there be another attack now? I mean, he shuts this down.
No, I think the window has closed by now.
That's always a little bit later on, but this means Maru's going to go head-to-head here in this mech arms race and just try to produce and outgrow his opponent.
Yeah, and he's actually going very heavy siege tank this time. He went Cyclone heavy in the last game. And I think this just has to do with the wonkiness of the early game. He's made a lot of command centers very quickly, and he's just sieging up.
Yeah.
Just trying to defend to get his macro actually on track. And I mean, he's on 4 base before Special is. Special is making that 4th CC, so he's not very far behind, but a little tiny bit.
A scan over here. Let's see if Special wants to actually engage here. The scan kind of telegraphs the intentions of the attacker, so he decides to back off.
Yeah, that's a big thing in TVT. It's they actually talk about that, the StarCraft 1 pros, about how at really high levels in TVT you have to scan areas you're not about to attack, because Terran players always catch where the scan is and then reinforce it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't just scan. Because it does
there has
telegraph
to be scan
the
randomization, yeah, because that's like what you do. You scan because, like, if you don't know what you're walking into in TVT, man, siege tanks will punish.
Okay, looks like there's going to be an attack coming here from the north, and he can basically come at a pretty good angle.
I don't think his army can actually do anything because it's so siege tank heavy for Maru. He's got, like, Special has more of a battle mech army, whereas we have a more traditional mech army from Maru. He's made the Vikings, he's making mostly siege tanks. And I mean, he might switch it up to get a little bit more mobile, like we do see him adding in some Cyclones, some Hellions. But overall, like, he is a wall that you cannot run into right now.
But we're getting close to both sides maxing out.
Okay, Special is jumping up into Sky Terran, but so is Maru. He's got double Starport Raven going. He's adding 4 commands. It's just, look, Special's adding 2, Maru's adding 4.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
This is what we're talking about. It's funny because it almost sounds like comic book superhero-ish, where I'm like, well, he's just faster in every way. But then you look at the games, I'm like, see?
He's down 20 supply, and he's like, I need 4 CCs right now. That's what I really need. And the thing is, he's right. He's made so many siege tanks, he can't be killed. So what's the next thing? Well, let's get more mules, let's get more scans, let's get more everything.
Let's get rid of SCVs so we can get more attacking units.
Sure, yeah.
If we have enough orbitals, we can just start landing mules.
And look at this. Siege tank, turret, sensor tower.
This is StarCraft 1
This is
TVT.
StarCraft 1 TVT,
yeah.
100%. And it's like mass tank turret into BC. Yes, this is StarCraft 1 TVT.
StarCraft 1 TVTs were historically the longest games, but I think part of that's because it's harder to move big armies in StarCraft 1. StarCraft 2 is a bit more fluid. Yeah, moving siege tanks in TVT is just a headache.
Siege tanks in StarCraft 1 are way better than in StarCraft 2.
Yeah, but it's just, again, a lot of micromanagement there. But he's pushing up into this area here, and I'll be honest, man, he cannot afford to lose this. Now here comes 2 Battlecruisers.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he jumped these or flew them, but either way, they're doing as intended, right? Like, he saw that all the Ravens were on the other side. Oh, okay, it looks like he's going to turn some of them around now.
I think he's sending these Vikings back over here. Keep in mind, these can always warp away. Nice, just shoots down the tank.
High value. 10 SCVs, some turrets, siege tanks, lost mining time, another tank. Great. These BCs have been amazing. But the thing is, you have to do that a lot for a very long time. Oh, actually disabling these tanks that are setting up the containment in the center. Luckily has some Cyclones here to come up, but yeah, it looks like he will clear the tanks pretty well.
Okay, he shuts us down quite nicely.
Ooh, just gets out of there.
Now again, guys, watch the minimap.
He actually got the disable on it and everything.
That's funny. Okay, so now he can start to take this out here. Keep in mind that
oh my
Maru
God.
has like the 2 bases at 6 o'clock. Special only has 1, and he's trying to come in here and take this one out.
Oh
hey, nice
God.
fighting back here from Special.
Yes, that was amazing because just about everything he had got disabled there, and then he jumped on top to save his tanks. That was awesome play from Special. Look at this.
Special fighting back pretty nicely here.
Some insane tactics coming out on both sides. That was awesome.
Maru basically has every base that he can get on his side. Special's not taking the bottom left or the one closer to the center.
This is an awesome game.
Yeah. So how many Ravens are in this game right now? So there's 12 over here for Maru, but there's none for Special.
Yeah.
He's got his 5 BCs. The BCs, of course, they get a lot of sustain. They can do a lot of damage. They can mix up their positions. But Ravens can silence basically an entire army when you have this many.
Yeah, it's true, and we saw that, but he did jump on top of it as well, I guess. I almost feel like you could go Ghost here against Maru for EMP. It's so crazy what he's doing. Okay, that's a lot of Cyclones here. That was painful. That was so many Siege Tanks that just fell. Special, not maxed out anymore. No real bank to speak of. More BCs and tanks on the way.
Okay.
God!
Takes these tanks out over here. There's the armor shred.
Yeah, but he's going to be able to kill everything here.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
anti-air is gone.
Yeah, there's just nothing left. So he wipes out a decent amount. Now he's just retreating with these tanks. The Ravens flying away.
As these Vikings come up, he's got to go do something else. Do we have the jump? Okay.
Yeah, he's going to jump. He gets away with those 5.
Yeah, saves
But
all. Nice.
Ken, is it not possible then for Maru to just come back over here and bash his way through this position here?
Oh, maybe. The thing is, his Ravens, like, they're utilizing their energy, so he has to wait some amount of time before he can disable everything again. All right, gets up here. Doesn't seem like he's gonna. Oh, he might actually just get the CC.
Yeah, he just catches it.
Dude, those lock-ons with Magfield are insanity.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Maru adding more Vikings in here.
He's gonna come down again.
Yeah, he has countered these BCs super hard, but there's still a lot of siege tanks being added in here.
So they're gonna gather back up. And it looks like Maru's eyeing this 12 o'clock spot. I think he basically just decided if he can just take fights in these 2 locations over here, that's all he's really gonna need. Okay, so this is a lot of Cyclones locking on, a lot of disabled BCs. One is finally picked off. He might get a second one. It's gonna get kited away.
Well, the siege tank's going to do some work here as well.
It just seems like Maru's army's actually better. Like Special had a really cool idea, and Maru's like, no, that's actually not how you play the game correctly.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with the way that Maru's doing it. It's like more of a set of units that grinds things down.
Yeah.
But if you're playing against Raven Viking, it's hard to make the BCs work. He's actually made them work better than I've ever seen anyone do it in this situation. But a lot of times what you see when it's like, when BCs are more what you want to do, you'll add in those Vikings as well, so that you can actually kill Ravens. Here it's like the Ravens are just being retained throughout.
And the the Vikings can actually outmaneuver the Battlecruisers, and so now we have the BC reset here. Terran is not able to mine from these 2 12 o'clock bases. And again, Maru basically has everything. Yeah, there it is, GG. Same kind of ending where Maru just has